Zeus, king of the gods. Zeus embodies the ultimate power of authority in Greek mythology. As ruler of Mount Olympus, he represents not just raw power, but the delicate balance between justice and mercy, order and chaos. His famous thunderbolts aren't just weapons, they symbolize swift judgment and divine intervention in human affairs. Zeus's role as a sky god connects him to the vast expanse above, representing both the physical heavens and the higher realms of thought and divine law. Despite his tremendous power, Zeus's character is fascinatingly complex. His numerous affairs with both goddesses and mortals show him as surprisingly human in his desires. These stories serve to explain how divine and heroic bloodlines entered the human world, connecting ordinary Greeks to their gods. Perhaps most intriguingly, Zeus's reign came after overthrowing his father Kronos, establishing a new cosmic order. This mythology reflected the Greeks' understanding of how power transitions and societies evolve, making Zeus not just a god of power, but a symbol of civilization's progress. Hera, queen of the gods. Hera represents the complexity of marriage as an institution in ancient society. As Zeus's wife, she embodies both the dignity of marriage and the fierce protection of marital bonds. Her notorious jealousy of Zeus's lovers represents the sacred nature of marriage vows and the consequences of their violation. Through Hera, Greeks explored the tension between divine dignity and human emotion, between institutional power and personal pain. As protector of women in childbirth and marriage, Hera held immense practical importance in daily Greek life. Her worship wasn't just about grand temples, it was about the fundamental structure of family and society. Hera's relationship with Zeus mirrors many Greek marriages, a complex balance of power, pride, and compromise. Her stories taught Greeks about navigating marriage's challenges while maintaining social order.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more topics you love.
Poseidon, god of the sea. Poseidon's domain extended far beyond just the waves. He was the master of all waters and the earth's foundations. His trident could both split rocks and create springs, symbolizing the power of water to both destroy and sustain life. For ancient Greeks, largely dependent on maritime trade and fishing, Poseidon represented the unpredictable forces that could determine their survival. His mood swings, from calm seas to raging storms, reflected the Mediterranean's vital yet dangerous nature. Known as Earth Shaker, Poseidon's connection to earthquakes revealed Greek understanding of the relationship between sea and land. His power over horses connected him to inland regions too, making him a truly universal deity. Many of Poseidon's myths deal with pride and hubris, teaching Greeks about respecting natural forces and accepting their place in the cosmic order. Athena, goddess of wisdom. Born fully grown from Zeus's head, Athena represents the perfect union of intelligence and power. Her dual nature as a warrior goddess and patron of wisdom shows that true strength comes from knowledge, not just brute force. As patron of Athens, she embodied the ideals of civilization. Her gift of the olive tree to Athens symbolizes how wisdom can provide sustainable prosperity. Unlike Ares's brutal warfare, Athena's military aspect focuses on defense and tactical wisdom. Her virgin status represents mental clarity and independence, while her role as protector of heroes shows how divine wisdom guides human achievement. Through Athena, Greeks explored the relationship between human potential and divine guidance. Some of her most famous myths teach lessons about pride, skill, and the importance of respecting divine wisdom while developing human talents. Apollo, god of sun music prophecy. Apollo represents the Greek ideal of perfect balance between physical and intellectual achievement. As god of both poetry and archery, he shows how precision and creativity can coexist in harmony. His connection to prophecy through the oracle at Delphi made him a bridge between divine knowledge and human understanding. The famous instruction, "Know thyself," at his temple emphasized the connection between self-knowledge and divine wisdom. As a healing god, Apollo demonstrated the Greek understanding of the connection between physical and spiritual health. His son Asclepius became the god of medicine, showing how divine knowledge could be transmitted to benefit humanity. Apollo's myths often deal with the consequences of human pride challenging divine authority, yet he also shows great favor to those who pursue excellence while maintaining proper respect for the gods. Artemis, goddess of the hunt moon. Artemis represents the untamed aspects of nature and feminine independence. As a virgin goddess who chose eternal maidenhood, she embodies freedom from conventional feminine roles. Her domain of the hunt represents the delicate balance between civilization and wilderness. Unlike agricultural deities, Artemis presides over wild spaces and the animals that dwell there, teaching respect for nature's autonomy. Her association with the moon connects her to the rhythms of nature and women's lives. As Apollo's twin, she represents the complementary nature of male and female divine power, each sovereign in their own realm. Artemis's myths often involve swift punishment of those who disrespect her or her protected spaces, teaching Greeks about maintaining proper boundaries between civilization and wilderness and respecting female autonomy. Ares, god of war. Ares embodies the raw, violent nature of combat. His presence represents the unavoidable reality of conflict in human society, both its necessity and its destructive potential. Ares was often portrayed as less admirable than other gods, frequently defeated in battles. This reflects the Greeks' complex relationship with warfare, acknowledging its importance while recognizing its brutal nature. His relationship with Aphrodite resulted in offspring, including Phobos and Deimos, representing the psychological aspects of warfare that accompany physical combat. Despite being frequently criticized, Ares remained an essential deity, particularly important in Sparta, where martial valor was central to society. Aphrodite, goddess of love beauty. Aphrodite represents the fundamental force of attraction. Born from sea foam, her origin suggests that love and beauty emerge spontaneously from nature's chaos. Her influence over gods and mortals demonstrates love's universal power. Even Zeus wasn't immune to her influence, showing how attraction can overcome reason and authority. Her dual aspects, Aphrodite Urania and Aphrodite Pandemos, helped Greeks understand different types of love, from spiritual connection to physical desire. Her marriage to Hephaestus while loving Ace creates a powerful metaphor about the nature of love. Hephaestus, god of fire forge. Hephaestus represents the transformative power of human creativity. His lameness and return through his exceptional craftsmanship symbolizes how skill can overcome limitations. As master craftsman of the gods, he creates works of such sophistication they seem magical. This represents the Greeks' deep respect for skill in craftsmanship. His relationship with fire mirrors humanity's relationship with technology. Through Hephaestus, Greeks explored how human skill can harness natural forces. His marriage to Aphrodite creates a fascinating dynamic between beauty and craftsmanship. Hermes, messenger god. Hermes embodies the concept of crossing boundaries. His winged sandals and herald staff symbolize the speed and authority of divine communication. As patron of travelers, merchants, and thieves, Hermes represents the Greek understanding of commerce. His role as psychopomp shows how he bridges not just physical boundaries, but metaphysical ones. Born as a clever trickster, Hermes represents how intelligence can transform conflict into profitable exchange. His invention of the lyre shows how commerce can create value and harmony. His role as patron of language and communication highlights the Greeks' understanding that commerce diplomacy, and culture depend on effective exchange. Dionysus, god of wine festivity. Dionysus represents the vital importance of stepping outside ordinary consciousness. As god of wine, he embodies the line between divine inspiration and dangerous abandon. His dual birth symbolizes the transformation required to move from ordinary to divine consciousness. This made him particularly relevant to Greek theatre, where transformation was central. Unlike other Olympians, Dionysus moves between divine and mortal realms. His festivals allowed Greeks to safely explore the boundaries of civilized behavior. His myths often deal with resistance to his worship and its consequences, teaching that denying the irrational aspects of human nature can be dangerous. Demeter, goddess of agriculture. Demeter represents humanity's fundamental relationship with Earth. Her myth of Persephone explains not just the seasons, but the connection between human sorrow and natural cycles. As goddess of grain, she symbolizes how cultivation transformed human society. Her Eleusinian mysteries became one of Greece's most important religious traditions. Her grief over losing Persephone, causing worldwide famine, shows the essential connection between human emotion and natural fertility. Through Demeter, Greeks explored their dependence on natural cycles and the proper relationship between human cultivation and divine blessing, teaching respect for both natural and spiritual dimensions. Hades, god of the underworld. Often misunderstood as evil, Hades actually represents the inevitable and necessary balance of life and death. As ruler of the underworld, he maintains cosmic order by ensuring proper separation between the living and dead. Unlike modern depictions of hell, Hades' realm was simply the destination for all souls, regardless of their mortal deeds. His role was more administrative than punitive, highlighting the Greeks' practical view of death as a natural transition. The wealth of precious metals and gems found underground fell under his domain, leading to his alternate name Plauton, connecting material wealth with the underground realm. This association revealed the Greeks' understanding that life's riches emerge from death and decay. Despite his fearsome reputation, Hades is notably one of the few gods who remained faithful to his wife Persephone and generally dealt fairly with mortals. His myths teach that death is part of natural order. Persephone, queen of the underworld. Persephone's transformation from innocent maiden Curie to powerful queen of the underworld represents one of mythology's most profound explorations of personal growth and transformation. Her story bridges the worlds of life and death. Her annual journey between the upper world and underworld creates not just the seasons, but a powerful metaphor for the cycles of all life. As daughter of Demeter and wife of Hades, she unites the powers of growth and decay. In her role as queen of the underworld, she becomes more than just Hades' wife. She develops into a powerful figure in her own right, demonstrating how seemingly traumatic changes can lead to empowerment. Her myth was central to the Eleusinian mysteries, where initiates learned secret wisdom about death and rebirth, suggesting that understanding life's darker aspects is essential for spiritual growth. Pan, god of nature wilderness. Pan represents wilderness in its purest form, not the cultivated nature of gardens or farms, but the wild, untamed spaces that exist beyond human control. His half-goat form symbolizes the bridge between civilized and animal nature. As creator of panic fear, Pan embodies the primal emotions that civilization usually suppresses. His music could inspire divine ecstasy or unreasoning terror, showing how close these extreme states are to each other. Despite his fearsome aspects, Pan was beloved by many Greeks as a protector of shepherds and nature's abundance. His peaceful side represents humanity's potential harmony with natural forces when approached with respect. His decline with the rise of Christianity became a powerful metaphor for humanity's growing separation from nature, captured in the proclamation Great Pan is dead. This marked a crucial shift in Western consciousness. Hecate, goddess of magic crossroads. Hecate's triple form represents the intersection of paths, both literal crossroads and metaphorical life choices. As goddess of magic and liminal spaces, she presides over moments of transition. Her knowledge of herbs and poisons connected her to both healing and harm, representing how the same knowledge can be used for different purposes. Her torch illuminates the darkness, guiding those seeking hidden wisdom. Despite her fearsome aspects, Hecate was considered a protector of households, showing how boundaries between blessed and cursed, beneficial and harmful, are often fluid in Greek thought. As assistant to Persephone, she shows how magical knowledge can help navigate between different realms of experience, making her a crucial guide for spiritual or psychological transitions. Nike, goddess of victory. Nike's wings represent the swift nature of triumph, while her role as divine charioteer shows how victory requires both divine favor and human skill. Her presence at athletic and military contests highlighted competition's sacred nature. Beyond simple success, Nike represents the moment when human excellence aligns with divine favor. Her images holding palm fronds and laurel wreaths established lasting symbols of victory. Nike was closely associated with Athena, suggesting that true victory requires wisdom as well as strength. This connection taught Greeks that sustainable success comes from strategy and divine approval. Her enduring influence is seen not just in modern sports brands, but in how we conceptualize victory itself, as a combination of human effort and something almost supernatural. Iris, goddess of the rainbow. As divine messenger, Iris represents communication between realms, gods to mortals, heaven to earth, even the upper world to the underworld. Her rainbow bridge symbolizes connecting different levels of existence. Unlike Hermes, who often delivered complex messages, Iris represented clear communication. Her name connects to both the rainbow and the iris of the eye, suggesting that true vision requires connecting different perspectives. Her role in carrying water from the river Styx for divine oaths showed how she bridged not just physical distances but moral boundaries. This made her essential to maintaining cosmic order. Her marriage to Zephyrus, the west wind, creates a beautiful metaphor for how natural forces work together to create harmony, the wind clearing the rain to create the rainbow.